Hey guys, welcome to the Max Invest YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a weekly cryptocurrency market update. I'm going to be going over how the cryptocurrency markets are going, a few of my favorite cryptocurrencies, and then on to some of the news that has happened in the past week. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, the links are in the description below, and remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. So let's get into the video. As we can see, most of the cryptocurrencies are more or less down on the day. Everything's down about 1 to 3%. Of course, this isn't actually that bad, and I'm definitely not too worried. And the reason for this is because if we look at the macro chart, it seems everything is going very, very well. As we can see right here, it does look like Ethereum's had a double top and it's finally breaking out. Now, I don't like to give out too much hope on this channel and be way too bullish. However, in my opinion, this looks very, very good. As we can see, over the past couple of weeks, Ethereum has been consistently trending up. It's been green candle after green candle after green candle after green candle. Of course, if we can continue this trend and just continue to move a bit more up than we do down, I will be very, very bullish on Ethereum. It does look like we've closed above our old all-time high, and it looks like we're once again going to close above the all-time high, which is a good sign and it shows a lot of bullish momentum. So I am very bullish on the crypto market in the next couple of months to the end of the year, and I am hoping that we can see some good gains on our favorite cryptocurrencies. Also, I wanted to discuss some of the news before we took a look at the charts. Now, in a couple of days ago's video, I talked about Shiba Inu and why Shiba Inu was really pumping and why it's a little bit stupid that we see these meme coins pump over the coins with real good fundamentals. Of course, if you want my breakdown and my opinions, check out my last video. Now, one of the other big bits of news that just came out is Facebook is rebranding to Meta. So Facebook is changing their name to Meta, and the reason they're doing this is to make the company more in line with the metaverse. Of course, if you don't know what the metaverse is, all it really means is more things going digital and more things going online. So this kind of means that you're doing most of your daily activities online instead of in the real world, which essentially a lot of people don't like to see, and it does sort of make out for a bit of a dystopian future. Now, the other thing that I don't like about this is Facebook is a completely centralized company. They're probably going to make a very centralized metaverse, and Mark Zuckerberg is probably doing this to make a lot of money. Of course, this is why I do think that a very good metaverse will be built on top of the Ethereum network and not on top of Facebook. However, I might go into a bit more detail in this on another video and talk about the metaverse, talk about Facebook, and why I think Facebook will probably lose this race. Now, the last bit of news that I briefly wanted to discuss is it looks like Ubisoft are seeking to invest in and create blockchain games. Of course, this does look very good, and recently Steam came out and they said that they're not going to participate in blockchain games. However, since Steam have said that, a lot of other gaming companies have came out and said that they're actually going to do it and do the opposite of Steam. Of course, this is where I expect things to go, and I do expect most things to be on chain in the next 10 or so years. However, we will need to wait and see. Regardless, those are the only big bits of news that I could see in the past week, and they are some quite interesting bits of news. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to point out about the charts is it does look like Ethereum is back into its price discovery mode and it's hanging around all-time highs while Bitcoin is not. As we can see, Bitcoin right now isn't near its all-time high. Bitcoin essentially hit an all-time high of roughly $67,000 or $68,000 a week ago, and currently it's hanging around $60,000. However, on the other hand, Ethereum is right up with its all-time highs. Now, what I'm hoping for is I'm hoping that Ethereum can more or less decouple with Bitcoin. Generally, what happens is Bitcoin goes up first and then Ethereum moves upwards second. However, I don't want to see this in the future. I do want to see Ethereum eventually flip Bitcoin and decouple with Bitcoin's price. Of course, from a fundamental perspective, this does make sense, as Bitcoin and Ethereum aim to do very different things. In my opinion, it's kind of like comparing the internet with gold. They do completely different things, and they shouldn't be overly correlated. Of course, if there's a liquidity crisis, both of these things are going to fall, and if there's excess liquidity, both of these will rise. However, they shouldn't be too correlated, and they shouldn't follow exact patterns, in my opinion. So, it is good to see Ethereum pumping while Bitcoin is not, as it does show me that a bit of a decoupling is coming in for the markets, and I really do want to see this decoupling in the next couple of years. Anyway, that's my take on the Ethereum charts right now. It's looking very, very good in my opinion. It came down, tested the bull market support band, and it's bounced right off it, which does look great, and I am hoping that we can get some good gains by the end of the year. However, this also could be a bit of a double peak market cycle. Ethereum could come crashing back down. I'm hoping that this doesn't happen, but we will need to wait and see. Everything is based on probabilities. Anyway, the next coin that I do briefly want to look at is Chainlink, and Chainlink's been acting a little bit rough in the past week or so. Essentially, on last week's weekly update, Chainlink just kept going up. Chainlink seemed to be outperforming the market. However, the sign of a slight pullback in the big large cap coins resulted in Chainlink pulling back even more. Of course, we don't want to see Chainlink pulling back even more right now, as Chainlink is yet to be back up at its all-time highs like Bitcoin and Ethereum are. We want to see Chainlink continue to outperform until it can get back to these all-time highs. Of course, Chainlink is actually performing decently against the US dollar, however it does continue to underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is not what we want to see. Essentially, I do think that this is going to eventually change and the tides will eventually turn. In my opinion, there will be a time when Chainlink does outperform everything. As we can see, Chainlink traditionally trades sideways and then has a massive period of outperformance. It's done this all throughout its history. It trades sideways for months and months and outperforms. Now, the thing with Chainlink is it doesn't even really tend to outperform based on a bull market or a bear market. In the bear market, Chainlink just kept going up against all the other coins, and in the bull market, Chainlink isn't skyrocketing like some of the other coins. So, what this shows me is it shows me that Chainlink is trending up over time, and Chainlink continues to go well no matter the market conditions, which I do believe is a good coin to hold into your portfolio in case a bear market actually comes around. Now, I also really do believe that hopefully by the end of this year or the beginning of next year, we can see some outperformance by Chainlink. I do think that this is highly possible, and we will just need to wait and see if this can actually occur. Another thing to note is that narratives do seem to drive the price in the short term. Chainlink is quite a difficult cryptocurrency to understand, and it doesn't get that much hype. Rather, a lot of the alternative layer ones such as Luna, Cardano, Harmony, Solana all get a lot of hype. Of course, this doesn't make that much sense in my mind, as a lot of these layer ones won't be around in 5 years, whereas we do know Chainlink will be. However, a lot of things play off narratives in the short term, so I do like to look at long-term performance instead. Anyway, this sort of brings us to the end of the video. This is about all that I wanted to say, and if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We're 2 subscribers away from 800, and thanks for watching the video.